Persona 4's glasses. Iconic, stylish, and quite useful. But is there something more to them? Yeah, obviously I'm making this video about them. And many of you may have been able to piece this together from your own experiences with the series. If it wasn't obvious enough, me and Brett, my co-host, are huge fans of Persona 4, noted by pictures of our cats that we've drawn glasses on. Aside from that, I wanted to share some insights that I haven't seen pointed out, at least in specifics. The glasses are the means through which the investigation team can see through the fog. Now, first let's think of it this way. Why choose fog in particular? Fog itself doesn't completely obscure our vision, but it clouds it. You can see through it to a limited extent, but it contorts things and changes their shape, connecting to Persona 4's theme of truth. I'ma just clarify that I'm not particularly saying anything groundbreaking here, so if you're sitting there saying, well, no shit, then sorry, I gotta build up context first. Anyway, normal people, not even Persona users, can see through this fog of lies, so they must use tools. Extra perceptive devices that focus their sight to see through the falsehoods. This is quite different from something like Persona 5's costumes. Something physical manifestations of their rebellion to resist the distortions caused by the palace rulers or mementos. I doubt that neither C's or the Phantom Thieves would be able to see through the fog, as well without glasses. As it's not the same thing as adopting a strong rebellion stance against wrongdoing, but the fundamental challenge of facing off against lies and deception that face us in a world of ever-increasing interconnectedness. Quite literally, the fog is inside the TV world, and is created partly by Amano Sagiri, whose design has a camera lens. The fog itself in the TV world is exhausting, draining, and that's quite how it feels trying to discern the truth from fiction. A grueling, constant effort is needed to say the least. And that's what leads to a lot of people's feelings of hopelessness and dread. And it's not just worrying about things that you can't change, because of course we're gonna worry, we care. But no matter who, and no matter how, this constant stream of information, honest or deceitful, will affect us, either consciously or unconsciously. Towards the end of the story in November, once Namatame is captured and the fog starts to leak in from the TV world, coming along with the media rushing in to accept him as a true culprit. In a more metaphorical sense, the investigation team's efforts towards the truth are muddled too. Despite their journey throughout the past year, because of Nanako's passing, they wanted to accept that Namatame was the killer. However, Narukami shows the strength of being that he's gained in his journey, and is able to see through this fog, which hints at a thing that I'll talk about later. But overall, the team still needs to rely on these glasses. Emotion can make it hard to see the truth, but emotions are extremely important, and that's why I find it troubling when I'm asked to disregard mine in controversial issues. They're such an important part of being human. Obviously, it's best not to act irrational, but emotions are not a weakness. In the story's finale, we fight Izanami. Now, I'd like to note this because I've heard some criticism about her reveal, but I find what you have to do at the end of the story to get the true ending quite good. I know it's quite missable, and that's a problem, but the fact that you have to continue to be inquisitive and fight even harder for the truth is awesome. Again, it doesn't have the greatest of executions, but I think it's a pretty good story decision. Now, at the end of the Izanami battle, both in the anime and the game, Narukami tosses his glasses aside. And by the way, can we just talk about how raw this is? I know other people have their favorites, but this finale is definitely mine. Anyway, this shows that Narukami no longer needs the glasses to see through the fog. That he could see the truth with his own two eyes. And his line in the anime strikes me especially.
Anyone can do it. As long as they open their eyes and look around, they'll see it. They'll see the truth!
I always loved this constant, underlying theme of humanism in the Persona series. I'd love to make a larger video of it on the future, but it'll probably take a while for that one. Thank you for watching. I may not be the best at analyzing things or putting them into words, but I feel as though I have something important to bring to the table. If you like how I talk, how I write, or how I analyze, I recommend subscribing to the channel. If you enjoy Persona content, I recommend checking out our other videos. Also, this channel is a team of two, me and my co-narrator, Brett. He makes some amazing videos as well, so you should check him out.